putting your best foot forward every day.
As far as what Tay did to Francisco, she has every right to stand.
Ooh, hello guys, welcome to Little Black Butt 91. Listen, we're talking to you guys about Ready to Love. Yes, we're discussing the latest episode that dropped. I can't lie to you, it was a good episode because I think there's a lot to discuss and a lot to break down. If you're joining us here, and I see there's a lot of you guys, almost 200 people in the room, do me a massive favor, you are liking the live before anything. Just to let you know, I see a lot of white names in the chat. It will go members only in the chat in a few minutes' time. But let's jump to this. I think this is a really interesting episode, and I'll tell you why I believe it was interesting. First and foremost, we got to see Cisco. And he had a conversation with Tay about his financial situation, right? And I think this is really important because I think when we're talking about relationships, financials is important. But it's not the financials that is a bad thing, it's the instability that Cisco has at this point. When he started telling his story, I started saying, Sir, are you actually ready to date? Because whenever us as men are not in that particular place, bar it, God has told you this is where you should be. I'm gonna be honest with you, you're kind of not in your best form, right? And I'm not saying that listen, he's broke or anything like that per se. I'm just saying that obviously that the instability that he feels. Now, I really appreciate him sharing those things with Tay and letting her know where he stood and letting her in. My only issue is that can he support himself? Can he be in a place where he's able to really be able to take on another person in a relationship? Or is this going to cause further issues in the relationship down the line? Okay. And so then I had to look at it from another perspective. Is this his way of being on TV? Is this his way of another path of getting to where he wants to go to? And if that is the case, then Tay may be a casualty of war. You know what I'm saying to you? So at that particular place, I said, okay, sir, maybe this. I had to look at Tay at this point. I said, Tay, maybe you need to also look at the situation. Your gut instinct is telling you something. Listen to it. And it's not about shaming Cisco. It's about understanding that as men, we don't operate best, especially at his age. Like if he was 20, that's fine. But he's 40. And now you're at a point where, like he said, he feels shame and embarrassment because he knows he's trying to build that. Now, of course, you can build that with a woman if he's genuinely serious about that. Of course, if he's genuinely serious. But I don't know. I can't trust it. You're on a TV show. Okay? All right? I don't know. So for me personally, I'm looking at it going, okay, at 40, you've seen life, you've gone through it, etc., etc. So we're now at a point where we have to kind of like know that the cycles of life. Like even myself right now, if I'm really honest with you, I'm not ready to. If I'm honest with you, I don't know how ready I am to date. And I say I'm ready in terms of my heart, but in terms of my finances, where I am, I like to be in a certain place. You know what I'm saying to you? It's not like I couldn't do it. It's just that I don't feel as comfortable as I was. I'm rebuilding. I'm learning new things. As I'm coaching people as well, I'm building new things a part of the business. So I realize that maybe I might not have as much time. So, bar God telling me this is what the person I'm meant to be with, that's cool. But on my own merit and devices, I might not be necessarily doing it. I certainly ain't got on no TV show. No, you know what I'm saying to you? If it falls in my lap, that's fine. But I'm certainly not going to a TV show to be like, put me on a TV show, I'm ready for love. And I think that's where I'm looking at it a little bit differently. Like, okay, at this point, okay, um, it's not easy. You know what I'm saying to you? Again, I'm not trying here to shame him. I'm more saying that we're just not in our best form as men when we're in that space. There's a lot that we're thinking about. And I get it. I absolutely get it. The instability at that point is very, very difficult, especially as a man. There is a lot of shame around your financial aspect and around you not being where you want to be financially. I get it. So I really do hear him on that particular perspective. Okay. And he did obviously share his heart with Naeem about where he was. Now, I don't know. Was he fake crying? I can't lie to you. I wasn't believing the tears, but I may be somebody who is a little bit harsh. But these tears, I didn't see no tears.
I feel
This
like
could be
the
me.
spark and the connection that was there in the beginning is fading. I'm still navigating.
So I hear it. Listen, I absolutely hear it, but I don't know if I saw tears. And you know how I feel? I don't like when people do those things where they start pretending they're crying, trying to gather sympathy. I don't like it. Now, he may have been emotional. I hear it. He may have been trying to stop himself from crying. When he put the tissue up, I said, I didn't see no tears. I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying to you? So again, what am I saying? I'm not saying that we have to be harsh on him, but I do have to really focus and look at it and go, are you playing me? Because I didn't see no tears. I didn't see the waterworks in the eyes, but you're making it as if you were in that space. I don't know. But I really appreciate his honesty in that moment in sharing that point of view. I think that's a really important aspect to look at, and I have to be commendable for the openness about that. Now, as for Tay, if I'm really honest with you, I think Tay should be leaving that ass alone. I think she should be leaving it alone. Let me tell you something. Listen, the brother knows what he's doing. I'm going to tell you this now. I said this before. Men size up women all the time. The game is a game. I'm going to let you play, and I'm going to choose a dark arts. He may be an honest person, but I'm going to choose dark arts. Men know the game. I'm going to tell you why. Let's look at this clip here. Okay.
I was just trying to figure out where I fit into his life as it is now.
Like you're everything I want in a person.
Okay, now Tay, let's be honest, sis. He's everything you want in a person. Yes, he's everything. He looks like everything you want in a person, but the stability is your biggest issue. Okay, all right. Stability is your biggest issue. Okay, so in this particular aspect, the way he was looking at her, he sized her up. He knew what he was doing. You see the way he stood. You see the way he looked at her. You see the way he gave her the eyes, the eye contact. She gonna fold. And again, once more, he's in that sleeveless top. And I know when you're feeling yourself, physically, I know this energy. So you're lead. I keep telling you, he knows how to lead with the body. I'm not mad at him. I'm only literally I'm just kind of highlighting something. He is leading with the body. And that for me is the issue. The issue is he leading with the body, knowing that his body is going to get him in the door. And he's always got his arms out because he knows what it does to those kind of women. Women who fall for that, I know, because they lose their mind because they're, you know what I'm saying to you? Here is all discombobulated moisture. Yeah? And that's leading you too. So he knows what market he's in. And Tay is being confused by that. I'm not saying he can't talk. I'm not saying that, he can't have deep conversations. He probably does. I'm not denying that. But what I am saying is, what we're seeing is that Tay, you're also being drawn into this. Like, she's like, he's everything I want. Well, actually, you just found out he's not everything you want. There's things about him that you're not ready for. He's not ready for that conversation. You're not ready for that relationship right now, seemingly financially. You know what I'm saying to you? All right? Way he sized her up like this, I said, oh, girl, you are finished.
I'm like, you are.
Come on.
Man, I thought he was going to choke her. I can't even lie to you. I thought he was going to choke her. The way he pulled her in, I thought he was going to choke her. Like, you better. But you know what? When they pull you in to the chest like that, just know you're finished. Ladies, I'm going to tell you something. Never let that man pull you into his chest unless you're ready to submit and commit. Because that pull to the chest is an elite move. See, there are certain moves that are elite when it comes to relationships. Number one, kisses on forehead. Number two, kisses on cheeks. Number three, okay, is a good strong hug. Number four is a strong hug with your head on his chest in between the pectoral muscles. This is elite dark art. I need you to understand. Number five, a hug from the back, a strong one. Okay. Number six, when they grab your hand and pull you in. Number seven, strong eye contact. When they're looking at you like this, they're not breaking, they're not focusing on anything else. Things could be happening, the world could be ended, but they're looking at it like this. That's another heart. These are elite moves you pull when you are in that space. When you combine the look with the pulling of the hand, you're not even looking. You see, you're not even. You know where your hand is, and you know where her hand is. You're not even gonna break eye contact. To here, bring your hand. Come here, man. The voice change, the intonation. Come here. You've gone from here to come here, and then it's that come here. You see your eardrums. There is what do you call it? Airwaves that are going in there, and it's doing whoo, whoo, whoo. As that is going in, it's going through your body. I want you to know it's going here, it's going whoo and shoo, and then it goes down. And then now you're like, I don't know what I'm thinking with. You see, men are not the only one that suffer with this. Women go through this too. When a man knows what he's doing, he knows, right? You felt the grip that he gripped you with. It was strong. It's like he's not letting go. It's like he's got you. Oh, baby, come on. You're going to get sucked in. You can't play these skills with guys who are well established in the game. And if you know that you're fancying him, this is not the place to be if you know that he's got some red flags. This ain't it. This ain't it. You don't play that game with him. Brother is working her. Look at this. Just look at this. You think she's going to be sensible after this? You think she can be sensible after that hug? Look where her head is. She is crying tears down the river Nile of his pectoral chest. You understand what I'm saying to you? The tears are flowing into the river canal between the two pectorals, and you think you're going to be escaping. That's dark arts. That's dark arts. You have to be careful out here. It's a dangerous world out here. You're going to find out that he a legend. Okay? You're going to find out. Look. Hand behind the back of the head. He ain't grabbing no ass, nothing. You are finished. You're finished. You see, he's not even going to go for the immature move. Like, let me grab her ass. No. He's even doing the I've got you. This is the I've got you pose. You see the hand behind the head? It's to say, I've got you physically. And you know what I'm saying to you? And I'm securing you. Not in a bad way. To say that, I'm supporting you. That's how it feels like. You know what I'm saying to you? That embrace. When's the last time she had one of those embraces? We don't know. So when it's been a long time, you got to be very careful. Okay? All right? Thank you, Monet. Thank you. I would put it up, but that comment exactly it. Yes. He penetrated without penetrations. Like, finished. Bro, good strong. Look at her arms. Look at her arms. She's finished.
So I'm leaving this conversation still having reservations about our relationship and our connection.
Nah, look at his face. He's finished her. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's finished her. Poor Tay. She doesn't know what happened. Oh, she don't know what hit her. Poor girl don't know what hit her. Poor girl don't know what hit her. Okay? All right? Finished. All right? So, listen. I just want to say it that, Tay, I need her to find her balance again because, sis, you're finished. Okay? And that's the sad thing about it. It's unfortunate, but it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? The game is the game. Okay? All right. Let me move on to another situation because I think this was really... there were some interesting things that were happening, I think, as well on this episode. Let's talk about the next part that was a little bit, I say, concerning for me. Let's talk about Fritz as well. This Fritz, I don't understand what Fritz and Sahara are still doing. We know they ain't going nowhere. So I don't know why Fritz and Sahara are even trying to even have this conversation.
You know what time it is.